textual nuances. Just to give you a context, when humans interact with each other, our ability to understand linguistically, there's an error rate of 4.6%. Computers today have reached an error rate of about 6.9 or 7%. And we believe that in the next few months, that's almost going to hit the 4.95%, which really means that as a technology industry, natural language and the ability for people to communicate with computers is something that is today fast becoming as close to reality as you can get. Then of course there's a challenge of doing this in multiple languages, so that's a journey that will happen. The second thing that cognitive or AI systems today do, which is what you would have seen here, is their ability to learn at scale. So these are computers, therefore, that can take in information en masse. So for example, and you've seen the amount of data that gets produced. In the field of medicine alone, there are 80 official articles that get produced per day. No doctor reads more than 4 articles per week. So you can imagine, as human beings, we've lost out on the data race, and we need a system like this to actually take in information and ingest that information. And thirdly, there are technologies to actually process this information, make sense of that information, make recommendations. So cognitive technologies today are in these 3 buckets. And obviously there's a whole artificial intelligence journey of creating muscle-like movements and so on and so forth. But what really, at the stage that we're on today is really at these 3. Now, how is this being used by marketeers? How are people in the industry using this? The first thing that you could imagine is the ability to help you make better decisions, right? The fact that today, therefore, you can have someone you can talk to, you can use somebody with the information to help you make an informed decision, right? You can immediately start visualizing this. So if you're an investment banker, it helps you make better decisions. If you are someone in oil exploration, if you're a coach, so any field, think of someone helping you make better decisions. A coach, an assistant, the wealth of knowledge to help you make better decisions. Of course, we have an interesting example. You saw a sneak preview of Serena Williams with Watson. Sorry, I made the mistake.
Serena Williams.
Hi, Watson.
You are a fierce competitor.
I've heard that.
I have analyzed your biggest matches.
Oh, really?
When down a point, you serve an ace 5.8 times more than other top players.
You sound like a coach.
I am not, but I can customize training programs based on biomarker data.
Watson, that's pretty impressive.
You might say I am the Serena Williams of cloud-based cognitive systems.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
So there are many organizations that are actually working on similar assistants. The other whole area, this is probably an area where you're going to see a huge explosion coming through, is the whole area of bots. Of having bots where bots are going to carry on conversations. Bots are actually going to do a huge amount of customer engagement and actually probably replace ads going forward. Now, from a point of view of marketing, the big challenge really would be how do you ensure that the interaction and the engagement with the bot is not going to be dry and boring like what happened with IVRs. The whole automated IVR industry actually killed customer engagement because of the sort of monodic nature in it forward. And this is where I think marketing can draw a huge, huge reference from what the filmmakers did. The reason you remember Samantha, Jarvis, Hal is because the filmmakers gave them strong personalities. The good news is that some of the early bots that have been created have understood this, and what people have actually done is hired people with theater and film backgrounds to actually design and give their bots a personality, so that as a bot sort of lives the lifetime, their personality grows.